everyone, I'm Ben and I'm on a journey to start a business. So as I mentioned in my video last week, I am building my knowledge by reading 4 books, the first of which is The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco, and that's going to be the topic of this video. So a lot of the book is about your mindset and about changing from the slow lane, which is what he speaks about as the usual path of working a job, saving for retirement, investing maybe, to the fast lane, i.e. starting a business. For me, as someone who's already convinced that that's the path for me, / I'm already in that frame of mind, I am going to focus on the bit of the book that I found most useful, and that was the CENTS, C-E-N-T-S framework that he introduces, which are his 5 pillars of things that you should look out for, things that your business should have. So, the author says there are these 5 things. C stands for control. And what he's effectively saying is that you should be in charge. For example, if you start a franchise business, then you are putting yourself at risk that the owners of the franchises might make a decision that might affect you, and you just don't have the same level of autonomy. I also think just being in control gives you a lot more opportunities for creativity and actually doing something that you want to do. E stands for entry, and what this means is that there should be a high barrier of entry to get into the business that you want to start. It should be hard to start the business you want to start. Reason being, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. It would have already been saturated, and it would also mean that your business is easy to copy. So for example, if someone is offering a £300 trading course online where you can supposedly make millions from your laptop, then the chances are that actually it's not easy to do, and maybe they're even making money by selling the course rather than by trading itself. N stands for need, and this is probably the most important one of them all, and where most people probably go wrong. A lot of people ask the wrong questions. They ask, how could I make money doing this thing that I enjoy, or how can I turn my skill into making £1,000 a month? What they should be asking is, where is there a significant problem that I can solve? Where is there a need for my skills? And so, for example, I love chocolate, and if I wanted to start a new chocolate bar, I would be competing with Cadbury, Galaxy, Lindt, many more. There are a million options. And so there's not actually a need for my product, and although I really enjoy it and I'm sure I'd have fun doing it, there is a cap on the market impact that I can make because it's just not a needed product. T stands for time, and the key message here is that you should consider passivity. And what I mean by that is you don't want your time locked to making money. So for example, if you were to open a store, then in order to run the store, you would have to be present. And what that means is that you aren't able to make money without your presence there, and you might even end up working more hours than a 9-to-5 job to run your store. And so in that sense, it's not the ideal business opportunity. Whereas, for example, if I was to sell a product online, then that's not locked to my time. That product can sell without me there to sell it. Lastly, S stands for scale. And in the author's words, if you want to make millions, you have to affect millions, i.e. pick a business that can scale. So for example, if I set up a lemonade stand just outside my apartment, then I'm limiting myself to the number of people that walk past my building every day, which is maybe a few hundred. Whereas if I was to sell a product online, then that could have potentially global reach. So those are my key takeaways from reading A Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco, and I'm sure it's a book that has helped many before me and will help many after me, and I really recommend reading the whole thing. My next step is going to be to read $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozy, which I will review next week. Hopefully I'll see you there.